Okay, so with that, here we go. Let's go here. So we're going to solve equations. All right. So, yeah.
On Thursday we did, or Wednesday, last Wednesday we did the in-class assignment. Were we supposed to turn that in?
The 1.1.
Yeah.
The 1.1.
Yeah.
We're turning it in. All the assignments are due on Monday, so you know that. Okay. So today's won't be due the next Monday.
Gotcha.
All right. So solve equations. All right, that's what we're going to do. Now, to solve equations, in a general sense, there's 3 ways to do it. One is by graphing. 2, what they call numerically. And I'm going to put underneath that a table. All right. And 3, I think they call it algebraic, but both these actually are algebraic methods. Okay?
Symbolic.
They call it symbolic?
Yeah, that's what I was reading in the book, I think.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, graphing is a good way to solve certain equations. All right? It's just the easiest, most efficient way. Not everything should be solved graphically, but a lot of things, some equations can only be solved graphically, so you got to do it that way. Numerically with a table, they're pretty big on that, but quite frankly, as a high school teacher, I don't really do a lot of numeric table stuff. It's just tedious. It's long. In some situations, yeah, it probably would be best, but not very many. Algebraic and symbolically is the way that a lot of people gravitate to because they're used to that, right? And they've been taught that and they're used to it and they want to do it that way, okay? And it works, except there are some situations where graphing is just the best way to go, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm just going to write down some equations. This isn't anything that's earth-shattering because you've had all this, and I'll show you how to do it all 3 ways. I'll use the 89s. Is there any 84s here? A couple, maybe? Okay, you can do the same thing on 84. I'll kind of help you through that. Try to give you the commands for that. We can do Desmos for graphing. Desmos is not a good table one to do, so I don't know what you guys are going to do then. I don't really have any advice in that. We'll just fake it somehow. Okay. All right. Let's start out with just a little. We'll kind of make it challenging. What the heck? 18. Okay. So let's say I have something like this, right? And I want to solve this equation out. All right. This is kind of harder than what we have in the book. We'll do some easy ones too. So I want to solve this out. Okay. I bet you if I asked people, if I put that up there and told you to solve it, I bet you every single one of you would do it this algebraically or symbolically. Okay. Yeah. So if we did it that way, how would we do? What would we do first? Yep. Okay. Then what? Add -3 and 4. Okay. You tell me what to do, and I can perform the operations. Gosh, I should have made that a 19. Would you get mad if I made it a 19? What you'll find out is most of my answers never turn out right. Some of you guys that have me know that. But that's how life is anyway. Hey, look at that. We got 3. Okay? All right. So that's kind of how you would have done it. Now, conceptually, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. I bet you know what that is, right? Order of operations. So if I give you an expression, you apply the order of operations, you can figure it out. In this case, this is an equation, and we don't know what x is. So what we do is we perform PEMDAS backwards and in reverse. So actually you want to go that way. So we could have subtracted 4. We could have divided by 3 and did our parentheses last and got the same answer. Okay? But most people don't do it that way because, again, you're gravitating to what you're comfortable with. But conceptually, that's what you're doing when you're solving an equation, is you're doing this backwards. Usually when I talk about solving equations, I kind of teach it that way. Okay? So that you understand the concept. You want to try to work backwards with the operations. So, there it is. What if we decided we want to do it graphically? So I want to get my, where's my little calculator out? Here it is. And I'll show you on Desmos too. So there's my little calculator. Alright. I'm going to go diamond y equals, I got stuff in here. I'm just going to get rid of it by hitting clear and enter. That's what I got to do. I hit clear. Get up there. Come on. I know that. Clear. Enter. Clear. Enter. Might have to hit it twice. I did. Okay? So I got that stuff out of there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the this first half of the equation right here. I'm going to put that and I'm going to split it. So I'm going to put this half in y1 and then old 19 and y2. I'm just going to split it. So let's see, 3 parentheses 2x minus 1 parentheses plus 4. Put that in there. And then I'm going to put 19 on the bottom. Oops. So if I'm doing this in Desmos, okay, I go y equals 3 parentheses 2x minus 1 plus 4. Y equals 19. You have to put y equals 19 or else it doesn't understand what to do. If you're on an 84, it's just a y equals button, right? Idea is the same. Okay, so you 84, 83 people, that's what you're doing.
So for Desmos, do you have to do like the second line is y equals 19?
Yeah. Yup. I don't want to go too fast here, so I'm looking to, we're good? Alright, so on the 89, I'm going to go diamond and graph, and I'm going to get that. Okay? Now, I know I should have another line there, but I don't see it. Alright? And unfortunately, I can't do this. It won't work. So, I'm going to have to do something else. So let's try F2 for zoom, and let's try zooming out. And what it does is it says new center. I just picked the center of the screen because I'm just going to zoom out with that. Okay? Oh, there it is. So now I have this really almost vertical line, and I have that 19 going across there. So that's the point that I want. Here's what I like about Desmos. I just take my finger and point at it, and it tells me what the answer is. Okay? It's so nice. It just you put your finger right on that point, it'll tell you what the answer is. On this calculator, it's not quite that simple, but I'll run through it with you. So what we want to do is we want to get that intersection point right here. Okay? So that's under math. On the top of the screen, you see where it says math? We're going to push F5 for math. Alright, you should get a menu that looks like this. Which one of those options do you think you want? Intersection. Because we're looking where that those lines cross. So I'm going to pick intersection. So I did, I just pushed 5. What does it say now? What's it say on the bottom of the screen? says first curve. So it's asking you which one of these two equations do you want to find the intersection of? Well, you only have two graphs on there. So if you press enter twice, okay, it's satisfied. Now it says lower bound. What does that mean? Here's what I always liked about the 84s and 83s. They probably don't say lower, don't they say left? They say left. They might say left and right, which makes a lot more sense because lower bound means we want to be to the left of the intersection point. So I'm going to use this little toggle key here and move to the left. It doesn't matter how far to the left you are, you just want to move to the left. Now I'm going to press enter. Upper means right. Now I'm going to move to the right. Press enter, and it does it. Now the 83, 84, actually I think you just push 1, 2, 3 enters to get it, now that I think about it. You don't even have to do left or right, it doesn't say that. It just says guess. There it is, 3. Okay? So that's how you do it graphically. Alright? Yeah.
What is it when you put into y equals mx plus b and you use the y intersection and you see 5 over there? Isn't that graphing? When you just pinpoint it on the graph, you find the y intersection, so up, right, up, right.
Well, you're applying slope then to graph the line, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we're graphing the lines and we're trying to figure out where they intersect.
So we're just using the calculator.
Exactly. So were you in 65 by any chance? Math 65?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the you might, I don't know if you recall this or not, but in one of the first chapters or sections, you're graphing lines to find the intersection point. That's what we're doing here. Okay. All right, so we got that one. Okay, to make a table, all right, here's how you do that. On this calculator, there is a button for table. Okay, there it is, Diamond F5. How come it didn't do it? Do I have it wrong? Is it under a different command here? Let's see. Oh, let me try this guy. Apps, table. Oh, I know why. That was not good. Got it. Okay. So here's the deal. Let me take you back to where I was. Okay. We want to make a table. All right? On this calculator. So we're going to go diamond in here. Remember, you can't do this in decimals. Okay? Just won't make a table the way we want to do it. Diamond table. All right. I'm going to put some numbers in for x. And when I put numbers in for x, do you see what it's doing? Okay. So I put numbers in for x, and put them into the equation and figured out what it is. All right. So 1 into the equation that we did right here. So 1 in here is the 7. If I put 2 in here, I get 13. If I put 3 in here, I get 19. If I put 4 in here, I get 25. So it's generating a table of values. Does that make sense? Kind of what's going on there? All right. How come 3 is the answer to this? Not only that, but what does it say for both of these things here? 19. They're both equal. So that is where the answer is. So that's how a table works. Okay? So to make a table, you just got to put those numbers into the equation, and then where the two are equal, then it works. So when this is equal to 19, we got it. Okay? That's how a table or a numeric works. Like I said, it's not an ideal way to solve a problem, but it is another way to do it. Alright. So if you're using Desmos, there's a table feature on there, but it's just not very good for, it's just not real what you use it for. I guess if you want to just, you're not going to have to do a lot of making a table. You can just solve it out and then maybe make a little T-chart or something, call it good. That's how I would handle it. Okay, let's do another one. So let's go, let's see, let's do, alright. Okay, so let's try this one out. Very straightforward. Symbolically, what would we do first? Yep. 3x equals 9. So what's the answer? 3. Okay. There it is. Graphically, I'm going to switch it up this time. Go here. Okay, I'm going to clear, clear, clear. Alright, I'm going to type this in. So I'm going to split the equation in half. So I'm going to go y equals 3x plus 2. That's in one half. What's going to be in the other half? Y equals 11. Okay, there's the answer. Let's go right to it. It's way easier than on the 89 or 83 or 84. It's just so much easier. That's why I like to use this guy. Alright. If you're doing it on the 89, it's the same darn thing. So let me switch it up again. Go back to this. Go back to this. Okay. Turn it on. I'm going to go back to the table. Y, diamond, Y equals. I don't want that. Clear it. And I don't want this one. Here, enter. Okay, type it in. 3x plus 2. Enter. Come down, put 11 in this one. Enter. Diamond. Graph. Okay, looking for where they cross. What's the key to get the crossing thing? What do we push? Math. Then what? What are we looking for? Intersection. First curve, second curve. I just press enter on that. Lower bound, where do I have to be in reference to that intersection point? Lower means left. You want to be to the left of it. Upper means right. You want to be to the right of it. So you want to surround that point. Okay? It's busy. There it goes. 3. Not earth-shattering. It's 3. Alright? And then to make the table, there it is. At 3. They're both 11. That's how it works. Okay? Let's do a couple more. I know you're getting kind of anxious here. Let's do a couple more. Okay, we'll do one like this. What are we going to do first? Distribute. So what do we get? 4x minus 6. Good job. Plus 1. Good job, Luis. Keep going. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Good job. Okay. So let's see. What are we going to get on this side then?
4x
minus 5 of it.
Yep.
And then that'd be 4x minus 2.
Okay, everybody see what we're doing so far? Okay. Now what?
Minus 4.
What do we get?
Negative 5 equals negative 2.
Uh-oh.
Does,
Does negative 5 equal negative 2? No.
It's,
Anybody remember what happens here?
no solution.
No solution, right?
You could have leave it up
With it,
4x minus
yeah.
5 equals 4x minus 2.
I could have. You're right. So, if I graph this, diamond y equals, go up to here, clear, enter, enter.
We only have to pick one way to do this, right? Graph. Table, or do we have to do it all 3 ways?
No, you don't have to do it all 3 ways. I'll tell you in a second here. 2x, come on, minus 3 parentheses plus 1. That's in there. And 6x minus 2 parentheses x plus 1 parentheses equals. Okay, here we go. I'm going to graph them. Oh, no, I'm not. There I am. Where's the other one? Ah, it's so close you can't see it. I'm going to have to zoom in on this one. Zoom standard, that should do it. There's that. And there's the other one. So, I don't know if you can see them. Where do they intersect?
They don't.
They don't, because they're parallel. Yep. Okay. That's what happens there. All right. Good. Good. Desmos give you the same thing. And if you made a table, you'd never see them be equal. Okay. So somebody asked me a question. Who was that? Just a minute ago. Okay. Asked a question about, are we going to have to do these all 3 ways? No. The assignment's asking you to do, it's going to tell you the way to do it. Okay? On my stuff, my tests and quizzes, I'm probably going to tell you to do it symbolically, and then you can choose your way to verify your answer. I like to do it that way. Okay, so I'll say, solve these equations, and then pick 3 or 4 of them and verify your answer graphically or table it. I don't care which way you do it. All right. A lot of times that's a good way to do it, and there's a number of times where somebody will get the wrong answer symbolically, they'll get the right answer graphically, and then they'll just go on. If you see that happen, just say, hey, I made a mistake someplace, I can't find it, because you're telling me that you understand that these 2 answers are different, okay, and they should be the same. And I like that. I mean, you understand what's going on there, okay? If you can't find your mistake, it could be graphically, but most of the time it's symbolically. Somebody added 1 instead of subtracting or something. Okay. All right, man, it's been pretty intense hour. So why don't you go take a little break? We'll come back and do some more of these, and then do some inequalities, and that's it. I'll take our quiz. I gotta get this. What? Is Maria here yet? Maria? Any Marias? Maria. Are you Maria? Maria Barrett? Is that you? Okay. So You know what you schedule those?
My schedule goes, as soon as you put up the service. I, got it off my computer, my schedule, but because that's the hospital was a huge problem. Because it's not easy.
I don't have any problem with that the first two. As long as they're, you make them after.
Yeah.
Finally, because they like to have, okay. So, if you take it on Thursday, and I turn on and grade it, I'm probably not going to get those information right. I don't have a real problem with it. I don't know what people see. So I'm wondering if we could push it to maybe
So you want me to do it? I can do it Tuesday the next day. I'll do
I don't
it.
want to put you in. You're not going to take it.
Okay. No, I have three classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, so like, so we have like no classes on Mondays. Tuesday only have one class, so I can do
So
it.
what
I can
about
work it out.
you sure? I didn't want to put it.
No, it's just my lab. I can do it. Yeah.
Okay, that's just what they're gonna, because they always know it. If you want to have a point, and they always tell us that, so I saw that, oh my God.
Yeah. It wasn't letting me. It was just a request. It wasn't. They weren't letting. They weren't approving them because the instructor hadn't approved my accommodation request, so I was just unable to request them. So today I got approved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have any problem with it in the first place. I just saw that, I go, okay, so I never got to it last week. And then when I got those things, I said, oh, those are all fine. The other ones are separate.
Okay. I can reschedule.
Okay, so here we go. Anything else I need to do?
Are you okay with me scheduling my basic testing center the next week? Like testing center.
I'm okay with that, but I'm not just going to do it the next day, I think tomorrow, because I have to form this out to them,
Okay.
and then I have to send that to them, and that's good. I can do it, most of the time I can do it the next day, but this one, when can I?
No, I mean like, okay, like for example, next week on Monday we have a quiz, right? Like an example,
Yeah.
like Tuesday we have a quiz. Instead of me doing it during class, I do it or before class starts, we have a long break then. I have a long break between 2:30 and 6 when class starts.
So what I'm gonna
That's
do,
my schedule.
that's no problem, then I can just, I'll send it to them, when I make it out.
Yeah,
Now the one tonight,
I can do that one here.
you be sure?
Yeah, I'm okay with doing it here. Just the next ones I'll schedule.
Okay. Anything else?
That's for a second.
Okay. No, anything else? Thanks for coming up.
I have a question. Well, I've been thinking that for a long time. So, when you were saying that when you look at it, you want to look at
Marquita.
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 Yeah, it's not spelled the way it's supposed
Okay, it's all right.
to.
Let me look at this now. Okay, what do we want to do?
Okay, so I graphed it, but when I want to find the intersection, when you said we could go to that.
You wouldn't.
Okay,
This
where
is
do I
different,
go?
this is a little different deal.
Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I was like,
On here, it's calc. So you're gonna go second in calc. Second in phrase. And then calc.
okay. I was like, I'm not
And
seeing
it's actually
this.
easier. So now press enter. Now you just, all you gotta do is press enter 3 times. One more.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
I know that's all you gotta do.
So when I did this one,
Mhm.
EX+2,
Mhm.
I didn't get the intersection form of 3. Did I do
Okay,
something
type
wrong?
it in.
So I did the 3, I don't know, I did 3x, and then I did +2.
Okay, now you gotta put y equals when you put in the number.
Right here?
Yeah, so it's gonna be y equals 11, or else it won't work.
So,
No,
but I didn't get
no. Well, click on the point.
this one.
Mhm.
Oh.
311. Okay, so the first one.
Yeah, so you're solving for x, right? That's all right.
So I got that, but I didn't click on it. Okay,
You're
perfect.
good.
Thank
You're
you.
good. Yeah, what's up?
Sure.
For some reason, for what we did last class,
What's the matter?
so what we did last class, for some reason it's not very,
The function stuff?
yes, it's not very, if I'm not really, it's not clicking in my head, so
Okay.
I just wanted to know if there was a channel that you would recommend for me to watch, and maybe have some, stuff that we could do in class.
Something different than the lecture that I have?
Yes.
Have you tried Khan Academy? K-H-A-N.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen some videos.
Some of the stuff's not bad. Some of it's not good. Most of it's pretty good. Just do a search with. You can create an account. It's free, and it's on functions. Look on functions, and look through his videos. They're usually pretty good. You can YouTube stuff. And some things are good, and some things are not.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask if there was something that you would recommend.
Khan Academy is what I would recommend.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's the best. Yep. Is Chris Wood? Okay. Oh yeah, I got to chat with you before you leave today. It's not a big thing. It's just I need to let you know. You're not in trouble. Okay. I'm in trouble, but you're not.
Is that 4 pages? Good.
Kind of depends on how fast you can take your quiz.
How many questions is it? Is it just like a little?
It looks longer than it is. Some of them are.
Big picture.
There's some of them. Yeah, there's big pictures and like the first 6 are yes, no.
Oh, so more than 6. Well, the first 2.
There's 13 if you really want to know, but the first 6 are yes, no. And, I don't think it's going to take very long. Yeah, everybody's pretty much back. Let's look on page 90. Okay, I'm going to change this up a little bit. So, let's see. Our assignment is now. Make sure you speak up. Don't just sit, because there's always 4 or 5 people in the room that have the same question as you do. So on page 90, we're supposed to do 17 through 20. Okay. Look at the problem that says decide whether the given value is a solution. All right. Is there a question on how to do those? You plug it in, right? And if it works, it works. So you're basically taking those numbers, x, t, whatever it is, putting it in where t is, and if it works, you get 2 equals and you're good. All right, are we good with that? Those ones, okay? 90. Now, if you're not, say something, because I want to make sure. Don't feel like you're slowing everybody up or slowing anything. That's not the case. 17 through 20. Okay, 24 through 60. Directions are solve the equation symbolically. Right now we did about 3 of them. Okay. I didn't do one with a fraction. We can do some with fractions if you want. You don't have to do anything other than solve it symbolically. Does anybody see one there? They go, I would not know how to do it right now. Yeah. Thank you for asking. 45. We're doing it. This is a free problem. This is one, well, we don't have to do. You guys don't have to do, because it's a free problem. You just write it down. Come on. Gosh dang it. 45. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Except I'm going to